closing. Door opening.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Can I take some for you?
No, I'm alright actually.
Sure?
I'm good, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Pony.
Thanks
How's it
for
going?
coming in.
Nice to meet you, buddy. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
Parking was a nightmare. I couldn't even find the car park.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think.
It's fine.
I you know when you said you were like you're going to drive, I was like, I didn't know there were roads in Canary.
I know,
Those
right?
sorts of things. Where I was like, I didn't even know that would happen.
Getting the train is just not possible. Like,
No, that's fair.
It would be so much easier for me, but
That's
with
fine.
my gear, it's just too difficult.
Nice.
This is it.
This is the YY.
Awesome.
So we have a pass right to top floor with from AIS. Do we come in the reception or go down the side?
To the loading.
Yeah, loading.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Awesome.
You sure?
Do you want to say that? That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Nothing.
That's the important bit. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, is this the baby?
No, that's just the controller. Oh, this is like
Where are you coming from?
just Wokingham. So just,
Oh, okay.
just
So
off
not
the-
Surrey.
it's not too bad. Weirdly, it was all fine. Like normally Fridays are terrible getting into London, but it was just so easy.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said something. Oh, there you go.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Hi, we've got we're with AIS. We've got permission to go up to 13th floor.
Yeah. Just come to the room for a minute.
Thanks.
So that we can't move now.
Oh,
I think it was meant to be yesterday.
I mean, they've got the restaurants downstairs. I think.
lovely.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, yeah, they had like a full-on barricade before coming into Canary Wharf. The guy got me out of my car to check what was in my
They
boot.
searched your cars.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
whoa, after you.
Yeah.
These are the IRA doors.
Yeah.
So we're getting some closer photographs of services and stuff like that. Everyone else. It's one slowest lift.
I know, right?
Go 13.
It was funny, I got here because I hate Canary Wharf because I always get lost.
Yeah.
It's just such a labyrinth, that shopping centre. And I came out and I
Yeah,
was like,
oh, I was so confused.
I was like, where is it? And then I went, oh, that looks like a Y. It was right there, literally.
Yeah. It is super cool.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm turning left or right or coming out what entrance when I get off the tube. I'm just like, I'm just going to wing it until I find
Yeah.
some line of sight.
Yeah.
They left and the landlord did a complete refurb of the building, so they've stepped out the external facade.
Right,
And that's
okay.
where all the YY structure has come from. And stuff.
Gotcha. Wow. Huh. That is cool. So this is the blank canvas.
This is the blank canvas.
Yeah.
So I reckon there's some tricky little things hanging fire.
Yeah, that'd be alright. Generally won't be flying as high as that, so it's kind of fine.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the passes would be quite good to go quite high.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. So
we've got basically through the plan. So main lift bank for passenger lift.
Yeah.
Through that glass door.
Okay.
Through the glass door on the other side. As you come in through here, you've got these two large curving OLED screens along the walls, and one of them runs off down that way.
Yeah.
And then it passes down this bottom line towards that back elevation.
Yeah.
There's some meeting rooms on the left-hand side, but you've got these like arches of OLED screens, so that's going to be like the experience tunnel. So that's going to be quite a big feature of the space.
And that's going to be down this section here. Okay.
But in order to create that tunnel and everything else, we're dropping a mezzanine level in.
Okay.
So there'll actually be a whole new level that sits across here.
Yeah.
And that's going to have a coffee bar at the top.
Okay.
But that mezzanine level runs across a high level through here.
Okay.
And that forms what we've called like the skywalk.
Okay.
So you can walk up the staircase at the back along the mezzanine, and you can look down into this reception area.
So my thought is, because obviously what we want to achieve here is essentially the same flight every single time, so that we can show the progression of it. So I think logically in my head, it would be to come into the reception, go left underneath the mezzanine, come into this space here where the meeting areas are, obviously show that there's space for the boardroom, then come into this kind of open plan area, sort of head height, and then head round the corner and effectively go up to where
to the level and then do it that way.
Yeah.
So you kind of do like a swell.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess the last bit would be then going into the auditorium, and that would be like the final part of it, which actually might work quite nicely, because it might mean we can then transition up to a window and then take the flight outside when we do the outside stuff eventually, and then we can go around the building or whatever we want to do. So
I think that works. Because you wouldn't, like, I guess inherently, unless you were a guest coming to a lecture, you'd be doing your daily business, a bit of work, a bit of cup of coffee, and then you kind of do your kind of more afternoon mezzanine down to like an afternoon lecture.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So it kind of spans a bit of a work day as well.
I think so, and I think you also, by coming around the corner this way, you'll still capture the tunnel that you mentioned with the screens, and then obviously heading up to coffee or the cafe. What was your crazy idea? It intrigued me.
Yeah. So this is wild, but it's worth us having a look at afterwards, probably in a bit more detail outside.
Yeah.
But I want to do a single shot that's quite highly choreographed with some timings of things. So downstairs there's a railway bridge, and there's a water droplet. This made you laugh. There's a water droplet installation.
Oh yeah.
That creates, I don't know why I took shots of a short video, but it creates, I think it's Canary Wharf in water droplet there, when the sunlight's hitting it and stuff. Looks really cool. I was thinking to have the drone hovering, water droplets coming through Canary Wharf, fly through, come out across the water a bit, and then come up to the top of the building where the is, then sort of dive down and come on to the 12th floor in through a gap in the YY thing.
Yeah.
Come along the balcony slightly, and then somebody's opening the door to come into the building, drone comes in,
Yeah.
So that takes you into the barista bar on the 12th. Fly through the barista bar, but come across the top of the counter. So you'll have the barista pouring a coffee or something like that. Come through there, then come up through the staircase, which will be in that
Over there,
corner.
yeah.
Come up there, fly through the experience tunnel with all the OLEDs doing some funky shit. Come out here and then come up and fly across the top of the mez section, back into reception, and then dive through the tunnel into the auditorium. And as we come into the auditorium, I want it packed with like 120 people, not a single empty chair, so everyone from work coming in and everything else. Me and Fraser at the front doing a presentation. Come up round over the audience a bit, and then come down towards the screen, and then they have their revolution ship taking off.
Hello.
We have drawings.
Nice. Cool. Well,
I'll give these to Nat, these plans, so we've got access to them.
yeah,
as well.
nice. That'd be awesome. Thanks, mate. New radio. Let's try this bad boy out for the first time. That's nice. So much heavier than my other one. Feels good, man. There's a strap in here for that, which I should probably use. I'm always dropping my radios. Cool. It's not going to work with a GoPro, is it? Unless it's like that. Oh, that's yeah, that's not going to work. Never mind. Relatively tidy. Spare remote, bags. Just leave it there for now. Need to open those doors. Let's do a couple of test flights.
Welcome to HTX.
Sit in here. Out of sight, out of mind. Jizzy.
That's what I'm saying out the way.
Yeah. Where's my thing? There it is. So you can hang on to that and then you can see what I'm seeing. So this would be down the middle of the experience tunnel, then left here, and that's reception. And then to come this way, which is past the meeting rooms, and then over here would be across the staircase. And then this would reveal the open plan like that. And then let's keep this side and then come here, and this would be up the stairs. And I guess we're kind of at the right sort of level there. God, I can barely see those lights.
Well, no, I was going to say, you just touched that.
It's this way. That's quite difficult, there's like no reference. And then it's round this way. And then pan. Stay here, and then this would be where we go down the staircase, and then that kind of, if you wrap around to reveal the auditorium like that, and you can maybe fly up over everyone's heads to like the window over here to reveal the kind of view, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well remembered on the route.
Let's try it again to get it smoother.
You're right, those lights, they look really flat when you're like
They're
on them,
super
don't they?
flat, yeah.
Nicely done.
Cool. Let's do it for real. Oh, it's ready to open. There we go.
Discovery's toilet.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I think that route works quite well actually. I like it.
It's nice the sun's come out.
Yeah, definitely.
So is that it? One battery done?
That's it. Yeah,
that's
they
crazy.
don't last very long. Yeah. But then to be fair, like normally you don't really need much longer than that because you're like six minutes basically.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean that's
You're not
plenty.
gonna have a
Like
video longer than that, so yeah.
no, and generally a lot of times I'll cut stuff up. Like I'll use like pillars to do like frame wipes and stuff like that, just so it's. Because doing like a really long take can be quite taxing.
Yeah.
Hurts my head. Cool. I should wait for him to come out actually.
Were you into like video photography?
Yeah,
before?
so I kind of did like photography before, and I was always into like, I was in a band, so I was always producing music.
Cool.
So I've always been into creative stuff. And then my wife bought me a toy drone from Lidl in 2016.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, and then just bought a few more, just did it for fun. And like, then in COVID hit, kind of things didn't work out like job wise. So I was like, oh, well, what can I do? And I was like, oh, I saw a business in the drone thing, and the rest is history.
That's amazing, yeah.
So it's kind of weird how it worked out. So yeah, my wife bought me my first drone and now regrets doing it. No, she doesn't. She's yeah, she is responsible for this journey. So it's pretty cool.
I love it.
And then yeah, I build all of them myself now, which is weird. It's just I'm mega geeky, so I love doing all sorts of stuff like this.
It's interesting. I was talking to a company that does time lapse footage, and they were saying about how they use it as a plus that they build their own stuff, because then some people get worried about like bugs from China or monitoring, and then it was like a real big plus.
Thing with these. Yeah, people are super worried about Chinese components. And, I mean, everything in these is Chinese, but
no, but you
you kind of know what goes into it, right?
Yeah,
so
that's really cool.
All right, now we'll do the real thing. Right. have that little cable. Plug in. Have you got the feed? There it is. Cool. Oh, let's do it for real.
People think this is so glam. You just stick it
Oh, trust me, yeah. So I always sit in small corners on dirty floors. Not glamorous at all. I might start all the way down at the bottom because the lifts look quite cool. Round the face of the auditorium. And we'll head up. Over everyone's heads. And then to the window and hover.
Nice.
Cool. And do one more as a little bit ropey in the middle.
That's good.
I can breathe again now. that mezzanine bit is hard.
Yeah, as well.
It's kind of fun though. I can imagine that on a big screen and it feels like the lights coming out.
Yeah.
Or something. I bet that'll look fun.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a bit crazy. Right. Happy with the route?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's good. Yeah, it's cool.
And the camera you're seeing through on there is the crap one. So I'm recording with the
Shoot
GoPro.
4K, yeah.
5.4 actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then it gets stabilized and color graded and all the good stuff. I'll do another run at it, and I think that floor's done, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a long shot, that, so you can probably cut it down to wherever you need it.
Yeah, I was thinking you could do some slower shots just down that tunnel, maybe, and then just one over the reception area.
Yeah,
as well.
that's cool. We do that. Because you can always just cut them out as you need them as well.
Yeah. Turn your eyes on that. Was it?
Where is your offices based? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Friday's always pretty dead, but
Yeah.
particularly.
Oh, okay.
So I think if you set yourself up for that tunnel going towards reception.
Yeah. Actually, I think that last one was fine, wasn't it? So if we head down this way,
Yeah.
and then just head through the tunnel and then towards reception.
Yeah.
So go like here, and then reception's this way, and then just like maybe just go kind of like here, because that's where reception will be. Is that right? Try again.
Is this in? Are you shooting 60 FPS as well?
I'm shooting 50. Yeah.
50,
So you can always slow it
so
down.
Slow down slightly.
Yeah, I always give myself a bit of headroom if I want to slow down.
Yeah. So what would be a nice shot to get as well is if you continue here up to the glazing.
Up to here.
Yeah, and then you see the left-hand corridor. We've got our sort of flight path between the lights. So on the right now, if you go to the right of that middle row,
So
go up. Yeah, go up. No, if you go left of that column.
Yeah.
And go in between that light and that's the one. So you're following that big white steel that's running right.
Oh yeah.
At high level, probably the level you're at, and then just do a shot across there.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go right to the end.
Yeah, when you get to the end here, you could, because you'll be in the auditorium, you could take a spin round at the high level there, I guess. This is your worst area for flying. That's cool.
So we think we're done on this floor? Should we head down? Yeah? Cool. Alright then. I'll just grab our batteries and we can
in
head
all honesty,
down.
I could probably leave you guys to yourselves on the floor. controls below.
Cool.
I think you've got the GAs, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've sent you those.
You know what? Just because 10 and 11 is easy because we'll do one and that's just a fly through because there's no partitions. You just want to go down and quickly show us the next floor?
We can do recce on the 12th, yeah.
And then we can take it from there.
Sweet. I'll just stick another battery in and we can take this down. We can leave this stuff here, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
imagine. Cool. So I'll take that from you. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, if you just show us around.
Yeah, sure.
Just form over there.
Don't need that plugged in. Goggles off. Controller off. Let's go.
So on the 14th floor, they've got on the 14th floor, they've got a big rooftop garden.
Just thinking ahead. Once this door shuts.
Get you through here.
Oh, can we? Okay, cool, sweet. Well spotted. I didn't. Literally right in front of me.
So it might be that we could when we start the exterior stuff another time, we could fly off the rooftop garden as well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
They've also got like a yoga studio and Pilates up there.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
we want to film any of that because it's the landlord stuff. But
Yeah.
It's just quite interesting what they've got up there.
Okay. Oh wow. So is the floor a similar layout to upstairs in terms of?
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
Except
okay.
it's stepped in ever so slightly because you've
Yeah.
got a balcony and everything.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, no, that's bollocks because no, it's the floors below that are big when they step out.
It's also curved upstairs as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so you get that curve
Yeah.
running around here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just looks
Yeah,
square.
it's the orientation, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So this is effectively the barista bar that we're in. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So the corner of this architecture, looking at it like that, you've got this 45-degree architectural volume that you've got like a servery counter that then kind of wraps around there, and that's the barista bar there.
Yeah, I really wanted to see out on the balcony and see like that bit, but
Do you come into London often?
fairly often.
I'm just
yeah.
thinking if there's a day when we're on site, if you just want to pop by and then we could just do a little,
yeah, of
That sounds good.
little survey
Yeah.
of the site
Yeah.
when it's that sort of pace.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Because we'll probably book in then a construction drone at some point, but maybe good for you to come
Yeah. Cool.
for that
All
as well.
right. Sweet.
So, yeah.
So I'm going to love you and leave you.
Yeah, there is.
The
I'm there 16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, feel you. I know all my friends have kids and I'm like, how do you do it?
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
two.
because like the ideal shot when we can get on the balcony will be in that door.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
But,
Yeah, it's a shame. It would have been really cool. Right. Let's do that.
cool, yeah, so we're going out with Robbie, open plan. We're going to keep it to the side here,
Yeah.
close to where that room is, keep it close down there, river completely open.
Mhm.
Keeping it midway to the pillars to go through the door.
Yeah.
And then basically, it's kind of, as you come around the corner, it will get more interesting. So basically, round, and that's where
Cool.
it really gets open. To
Okay.
the rest of the sort of
Sweet.
stuff.
Right, there's your view.
Oh gosh, this is funny.
Loads of phones.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Sweet.
It's nice how it's kind of different floors with different accents.
Yeah,
and things
definitely.
Like that, so.
Let me to go down to one of the other floors now.
Yeah, we'll just do one bike thing now.
Cool. Yeah, it's always a bit difficult, like imagining where things are going to be, because
Yeah,
As you-
with GA, I'm like, well, I don't know. And he keeps saying about them having like some of this will come out because it will be storage or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, actually,
It doesn't exactly have to be the exact same flight plan. It will inevitably change, but as long as it's similar,
yeah, exactly.
that's what works. Right, I'm just going to switch this battery out and we'll head down. Looks wild. God. Woohoo. Whew. Let's pack it all away. Not a bad day's work. Yeah, all good. Love this magnetic mount on the Hero 13. So easy. Cool. Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. It's fun.
Say again?
It's fun. Thank you. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
definitely.
It. Something a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will come together more.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just,
A lot of companies do like not get the initial bits, which I think is a bit like not a great idea,
yeah.
because I think it gives real context to the project
That's
as well.
what I was thinking. Okay.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think to get that kind of how big this project really is. And it's actually quite cool having come up from 11th up to 13th, the difference.
Yeah.
And the floors.
Definitely,
So it's going to
yeah.
be quite a community they're going to make here.
Alright, there we
A little
go.
bit stairs. Yeah, because I've never been here yet.
No, fair enough. Cheers, mate. Yeah, no.
Videos and visuals.
I'm sure.
And also as well, like being a bit more client relation.
Yeah,
So it's
definitely. It's going to be an amazing project. It's going to look awesome.
a bit worried that we've just got to actually. This way.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, there's nothing there. Literally nothing there.
Yeah, it's worried we've actually got to do it.
It'll be alright. And they're a massive brand to like be working with as well.
Yeah, so we currently have an NDA in place,
Right.
which they actually broke because they released our video.
Oh,
And our logo was at the end, but I think like most people, they didn't watch the video to the end.
right. Whew.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much.
No worries.
I nicked it from there, sorry.
Lovely.
no worries.
Thanks a lot.
much.
Take care.
Have a lovely
Thank you too. Oh, thanks. Whew. Oh, come on.
Parking level 1. Door opening.
No, this doesn't look right. Open. Open. motherfucker. There it is. Whew. Later.